This is going to be a unboxing video, as you can probably see. I was just about to sit down to some homemade guacamole that I used my Spyderco rope roast to cut open and slice the avocados and some nice vegetable oil-free chips or crackers. But I looked at my my tracking and saw that this had been delivered, so I wanted to open it up, and I've been pretty excited about this one. So you'll see what this is when I open it. So this is my Gradation Cutlery number 65 Ben Hogan spear point in black gold acrylic. It is one that my dad gave me. I've had it for a long time. I had to send it in to fix some blade wrap, and it seems like it has been fixed. It's been used and worn a lot, but still works really well. So let's open this up. All right, what do we have in here? So this is actually my first purchase from Massdrop, and you can see that this is the Massdrop Laconico Keen. So I got this knife. I knew about it, the original drop, but didn't buy it. I was trying not to buy knives, and you know, I've been noticing that they do a second drop after everybody gets their knives, usually anyway. So I saw the reviews of this knife, and that most people thought it was really great. It was probably the best of the Massdrop knives so far. So I wanted to get one, and the reason is because I've been following Ray Laconico since I really first got into knives, well, actually, let me re-say that. Since I first got acquainted with knife social media like Instagram and blade forums. Saw them on blade forums, thought that they were just the best looking knives out there. So simple, just pared down to the absolute essentials: a titanium handle, a frame lock, flipper, no thumb stud or opening hole or whatever. Just really simple, minimalistic, really great designs. And Ray Laconico has done some collaborations with other companies before. He did some with Kaiser, and they were good looking, but I never really felt like they kind of really nailed the look of that I really enjoyed about Ray Laconico's knives and his knife designs. I never really thought that those Kaiser knives really hit it, the Intrepid and the something else. Never really thought that they quite got there, the really simple, really minimalist look. I've been seeing the reviews of this knife, and I think this did hit it. You can see this is just kind of a outline drawing of it, and it's really a nice, simple design. The other thing about this knife is that it's a bigger knife. The Kaiser collaborations were smaller, and I always wanted one of his Jasmines, which are about 3.5-inch blade, I believe. He's done different versions of them, but the Jasmine is one of his larger, along with the Bear, I think it was called, or maybe the, what's the Latin name for a bear? Anyway, the Latin name for a bear or just bear. Those are the two designs of his that I really liked, and they're both the larger designs that he does. So this is a larger knife. I think it's about a 3.5-inch blade. So I really like that also. So the reviews were really good. People got these knives, and they seemed to really like them. They were some of the best Massdrop knives from what I've heard. And Massdrop has been doing a lot of collaborations recently. So Massdrop is a community-driven commerce. We collaborate with brands you respect, make products with your ideal features, and help you bring your own designs to life. And that's the case here. I wouldn't be able to buy a Laconico knife right now. When I first started looking at them, they were actually pretty reasonable, $300 or so, $350, but at that time, that was more than I could spend. Probably still, I would rather have this or I hate to say that. I don't mean that they're not a good value, but this, doing a collaboration with Massdrop, makes it a lot more accessible for me to get a nice Ray Laconico design knife. So I really appreciate that he did that. And to start out here, this is a Massdrop and Laconico branded knife. It's actually made by We Knife Company. And if you've seen my videos recently, I recently got the Isham Blade Works Black Star, which is another knife produced, actually manufactured by We Knife Company. And it was really, really nice, really, really well made. So I have high hopes for this. So let's finally get to opening it here. Comes in a nice little zippered case, which I like, which the other We knife that I just got, the Black Star, also came in a zippered case, and it is the same zippered case. Has two pockets here, silica thing, has a nice little cleaning cloth with our Laconico on it. One thing that I always liked, besides the simplicity of his designs, was that he put his name, our Laconico, on the top spine of the knife. So here it is. I got the plain gray version because I think it's most like his designs, the reason that I got it, and it's a solid feeling knife. It's about the size that I expected. No, scratches or anything that I see out of the box. It's definitely cold. It's a cold, rainy day out right now. You can see that our Laconico there. Sculpted titanium clip, nice and simple, just like the design. Relatively thick, I'd say, frame lock, pretty normal, I guess, but nice, what do they call that, distal taper. I think it's almost a distal taper on this blade. Good blade stock, and let's see how it flips. Oh, it flips nice. Let's see how smooth it is closing. Oh, it's super smooth. This is one of those ones that I think makes you excited about getting a knife. Fits my hand really well. One thing that I was semi-worried about, although it is similar to a lot of his designs, is the fact that this flipper tab kind of comes down into the handle. I do have wide hands, so I try to get knives that have a lot of handle area, but this one does, right? If this was a more complicated knife design, the handle would have, finger cutouts and an upturn at the butt and things like that. This one doesn't, so all of the handle past this flipper can be used comfortably as gripping area. So yeah, it definitely has enough for me here. You can see if I grip it, even in like a squeezing hammer grip style, my finger is fully on the handle. So really nice there. You can see on this side it says Massdrop S35 VN. It does have a lock bar insert, so again, super smooth. I kind of let it hit my thumbnail there, but it didn't do anything. Let's see. I always test locks for a blade play without them being locked all the way open, because that can help them to not have blade play. Speaking of which, really nice lockup, actually. I like that it's not super early, and it's also not super late. That's a good lockup. I guess I'll do a light spine whack test, or spine, what do they call that? I think spine whack. Anyway, it definitely is not moving at all. There's no forward and back play when locked open. I don't know if I said this, but it's S35 VN. And then, like I say, I like to test the side to side without it locked all the way. And there's absolutely none. I mean, I can't feel even a slight wobble. So definitely happy with this knife out of the box. Let's see. Well, this is a push button. Really, really, really nice flipping action. And let's see a light switch. If the push button works, the light switch should work. But, oh, the light switch might not work as well. Interesting. It still works. You just have to really follow through. So this might be a little bit more of a push button flipper. And it definitely flips well, push button. And I talk about that in videos with flippers. You can see the difference. I push down and my finger really just goes straight down for a push button, whereas for the light switch, it goes down and follows through. That's really the difference if you hear people talking about that. Let's see, what else? Oh, it looks like it's ground thinly for slicing, which is another thing. Never have had a Laconico knife, but I've heard that they're ground really thinly, and this seems to be the case for this one. So has everything I was looking for. I think I'm really happy with this knife. Another thing here, for a titanium frame lock flipper from a really popular designer, it wasn't too expensive. This knife was $140 shipped, or $139.95. So I'm happy with this one. So another good knife from We Knife Company. I've had knives under their brand before, but maybe I'll have to try them out. I think that maybe having a an outside designer can help them. They have the ability to make really nice knives really well, but maybe they don't have quite the eye for design that someone like Ray Laconico or Elijah Isham has. So this is my unboxing video for this knife. If you've enjoyed, please like it, subscribe. If you want to see updates, I'll be posting 1-minute overviews and knife talk videos on this, although I've talked about a lot of it. But if you'd like to see those, or if you just want to get updates on other videos I post, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. I always try to answer those. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to go out and do good.